Hello. Hi. I'm here. I am gonna go live, or we are live. Just let me get on my computer and we're gonna do polymer clay. I'm not ready, but I want you guys to my channel. I want you to help me figure out what you want to. There we go. Yay. And then I have to live chat. All right. Hi, Mary. Hi, Helene. Link Johnson. Remind me of your name. Helene. Woohoo. Hi. All right. I'm still. Hi, Mary Hop. I am still gathering supplies, so I am going to be pulling out different things. I haven't done polymer clay in a while. Oops, Kiwi's with me. Ugh. Hi, Lynn. Marianne. This is my, ooh, look at that. I see clay in there. Look at all that clay. Is that clay? Kirby, it's okay. Yeah, it's clay. Oh my gosh, there's like a ton of clay in here. I've never looked under here before. Do you guys have pasta machines or, clay machines? I really like it because you can get really consistent widths or depths of clay, especially for making tiles. You can keep it very consistent. You don't need one, but I really like it. This is Amaco, A-M-A-C-O. I'm pretty sure I just got it at Michael's or something. And look, it's bent right here. I might have just done that. And I see more clay. Wow, there's more clay right here. I am very rough on my tools, so I have abused this thing. Hi, Kiwi. And I wouldn't recommend that. You guys should not do what I do because you want this to last. It's important. It's a good tool. You pay good money for it. And but anywho, I still use it. But what happens, what I mean by I abuse it is because I put the clay in when it's way too hard or I haven't conditioned it fully, and then I bent my rollers. My rollers get off kilter. So and then what happens is when you put in a big piece of clay and you want it comes out sideways. So I don't know. I mean, it's not the worst thing you could do probably, but you don't want to do that. You want to treat your tools with some kindness and some love. So, hi, let's see. Hi, Deb. Hey, y'all. Hi, Ellen. I'm heavy. Oh, good, Mary. I'm rough. Like when I do things, I just always do it too hard. So lately, you know what? Here's a good example. My boys cut their own hair. And when Matt was little, I actually cut his ear. Like I snipped a little bit off the top of his ear. I think he was like, 12 or something. And I've never been able to get near him with scissors again. Understandably so. But that's just the way I am. Hasty. I'm not patient. So, and I'm 53 and I'm still learning these lessons. They are life lessons. And, it's with everything. I don't know why I have this mallet in here. But anywho, I'm just getting some tools out. I just want to let you guys steer me in whatever direction you want to go today. I had shared last week the mosaic, my very first, or one of my very first mixed media mosaic frames. So we can go over different applications to make a mosaic if you want to. Or I can just do whatever. All right, I think I'm done with that. Excuse me. All right. I usually keep my pasta machine right here. You know what I'm gonna plug in? I have the plug in my iPad, but I'm gonna plug my phone in because last time we went, my battery died. So I'm just plugging in my phone. And sorry about the wiggling, but I keep my pasta machine right here, and actually you guys can see that in this video. Usually the one thing about going live is I'm not going to be able to zoom in. So what I'm thinking of doing is I can refer you to videos that I've done in the past. I dread to think what the mallet hi Rosita. What was I gonna say? Oh, because the close-ups, like I'll try and hold it up for you guys to see, but it is nice to be able to see a close-up, and that's why I love to zoom, and I have a nice 3D camera that I like. So anywho, I think we'll be okay. You want to see Kiwi? Come here, Kay. Don't poop. Don't you go poopy. Wait. No, she has to go poopy. Kiwi, don't do that. It's not nice. Well, I have to, Mommy. What's the matter? What are you doing? You going on TV for me? You gonna go on TV? What are you doing? She is beautiful. She's a good girl. All right. So, you guys, you wanted this. Oops, my bad. Sorry. Oopsie. So you wanted clay. What do you want to know about clay? What do you need for me to get your claying in the place where you want it? Because I have taken some classes. Sorry, I'm just tightening my pasta machine. And I have taken some clay, and then that's what I use this towel for, to cover it, because my lights hit it and they blind me. So I'm going to cover it real quick. But I have taken classes, as you guys probably know. There is a lot that you can do with polymer clay. Flower Child Scrapper, so happy I could catch you live today. Hi, Flower Child Scrapper. I am glad you're here too. Oh, by the way, hi Manel TV. Yes, the fairy houses. Okay, so that's the thing. I am going to just share a few things. My husband just took one of these to his work. He really loves that. I have this. I have so much. I've done a lot of different types of projects with polymer clay. I'm just going to bring a few over that I have in my craft room. And this doesn't even scratch the surface, guys. I have so much. Hopefully you can hear me. So let's just start with this, and then we'll get into tiles. I forgot my water. Ooh, Mary, hell no, I have not. You know what, Mary? Like, just thinking of that though, I am looking forward to the Origami Owl Halloween release. I just think it's going to be so. Today was an exercise day, so I just exercised actually. But I can't wait to see the Halloween charms and all the like Halloween-y stuff. I don't actually decorate for Halloween, although I have a lot of Halloween stuff like that I've painted, because it's such a cute theme. Like, it's very cute to paint. I love the colors. I love the autumn colors. You know, but anyway, and my mom was a Jehovah's Witness growing up, so we didn't celebrate, when I was growing up, we didn't celebrate Halloween. We actually went out to dinner, usually on Halloween night. We didn't give out candy. Hi, Kiki, Dana, Rebecca. Listen, someone has to be a monitor. Is it called a monitor or a, you know what it's called? Any volunteers? Hi, Sally. All right, we're getting there. We're getting a lot of people. Oh, Mary Hill in England, that's true. I guess like a moderator. Yes, Kiki. All right, Mary. Yes, you are. I see the tool next to your name. Okay, I'm getting the hang of this now. All right, Mary. So, anywho, but I do love the genre, and that's the thing. I pulled something I want to show you guys. So yes, I could definitely do a Halloween theme. We're a little early, but have I done a Halloween? Well, I've done my, what are they called? Sugar skulls. But I just pulled Kirby. I pulled a few different charms. So I have this sugar skull, but I had this really cute skeleton I want to show you. Here he is. OMG. So I have to find these stamps. So here's, all right. I have so much that I just don't know where to go with you guys because I have so much, like so many different things I've done before. All right, now. All right. So let's see where we are. Love the sugar skulls. I love Halloween stuff. Wow, Dana, that was my maiden name. Okay. All right, so polymer clay, I just have some black here. And, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm froggy. This is Sculpey 3, which is your basic polymer clay. You can get this in most craft stores. Mary, you're in Canada, so I don't know if, like, there's Fimo and Kato clay. There are different brands, but basically polymer clay needs to be baked. This type needs to be baked in an oven. And I use a toaster oven, and I keep it in my basement because they say the fumes can be toxic, and I have birdies and they're sensitive to those types of things. Hi, Rosie. Okay, good. Mary, you can get it there. Good. Yeah, you can get it online for sure. But the only reason I say that is use what you have. Use whatever clay is available to you. This is just what is available to me, so that's why I use it. But I know that there are the real clayers out there who this is their medium, because this is not my medium, obviously. I dabble in everything. So it works for me. For the type of claying I'm doing, it's perfect. And there's Primo, which I would recommend Primo if you're doing fine detail work like this applique work, because it needs to be a little firmer. And Primo is a bit more firm if you're going to be sculpting or creating these little flower petals. The Sculpey can get a little mushy. So that's the only difference that I've noticed. But for most things that I do, the Sculpey 3 is just fine. What was I going to say? Okay, so let's just go over a few of the different things. Now, let's just start with this big guy, which I love. And this was a class that I took at Polymer Clay Adventure. Polymer Clay Adventure it's a little bit harder to condition, Mary. It's not, no, it's not that hard. If you get it, I just don't happen to have it right here. Wait a minute. I do. have so much, guys. It's going to be a total disaster. But let me see if I have an open pack of Primo. See, here's Primo. I have so much clay. Oh my gosh. All right. So Primo, let me just see. You can move when you buy it. If you are able to physically in the store, touch it and make sure that it's not a rock, because it may have been sitting there for years. Who knows? But as long as it moves and gives on you, you just start little by little. And I condition my clay in the pasta machine. I know some people wouldn't do that. Lori Micah conditions it with her hands only, and you get very strong hands that way. I'm just going to start moving things aside as I talk about them. But to condition clay, you're just going to do it and just grabbing some that's already open. So this clay right here has been sitting in this open bowl, and it's fine. So you would take it and you're just going to start to warm it up in your hand. And little by little, it will move, and you just bend it and fold it and move it. And this is called conditioning clay. And that way, all the little particles inside the clay move around and disperse. It's like when you're baking a cake, I guess. You want all the ingredients to, oh, look, and my knuckles are cracking. It's good exercise. Now, if you have arthritis or something, yes. Yeah. I was just gonna say, Kiki, hi, Marianne. A haunted house with characters hanging? Dana, OMG. OMG. I have arthritis, and it's very hard to condition with my hands, so I have to use my machine. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, that's, if you have the tools, or I always use my rolling pin. So you would first start out, and I don't have my tools out right now, but we'll go into that in a minute. Let me just share some of the things here. So what I've done before, I've used molds. So this moon, and this sun, or that it could be the full moon and the crescent moon, are molds, all right? And so is this little dream. All of these come from a mold, the stars. So they're dimensional, if you can see that. There's a little delay on the camera, but I'm thinking you can see what I'm doing. And then I just added mica powders and perfect pearls and all different things to get the color. So that's one option, and this is on top of a mirror. So I'm going to put that back, try to clear my desk a little bit. This guy, some of them are molds, so all these sea creatures are molds. And then the rest of it is made by hand, by molding it and playing with it. The little seashells are molds, but most of it, you know, I rolled out the clay and cut it into these seaweed shapes, and then you can fold it up, and when you bake it, it'll stay like that, you know. And I even was able to wrap this little seahorse's tail around that, right? This is done in glow-in-the-dark clay. These guys. So there's a lot of different things. There's neon clay. It's just too fun. And then I embedded little crystals in some of these bubbles. And that was a class, like I said. I forget the artist's name that taught that one. Polymer Clay Adventure is an online retreat that they did. They've been doing it now maybe 3-4 years, maybe more. Such a good idea for you guys. You should definitely invest. It's so good. Hey, Kiwi. Oh, Kiwi just took my earring out. Would you give me that back? Little brat. I don't know where it is. Why are you stealing my... Oh, no, she didn't. She didn't get it. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Good evening. You could do a... Dana, I am going to write that down. I'm writing that down right now. Where's my little notebook? Oh, that's getting done. You know what? Let me show you guys something else. Hold on. Where is it? This is polymer clay. You know, you guys have seen all this stuff, but this is all polymer clay on the front of one of those little notebooks that you get at Michael's or AC Moore. I created it, I measured it to the size of the journal, and then I just glued it on after it was baked. So I didn't bake the book, but I'm gonna make a note of that. And this is where I was putting a lot of entangling. Let me see what this is. This is Cat Hand. She did this thing, and then oh, that's Maya. So yeah, let me make a note. I'm definitely gonna write that down. I am gonna make a haunted house. How are we gonna do that? We could do it on one of those votives. That's what I'm thinking. Hi, Nancy. Let's see. All right, let me write this down. I'm serious. Like, this feels inspirational to me. Dana with the haunted house. I have some ideas of a couple ways to go with that. Polymer clay. Hi, Gina. You haven't been able to find that, Mary? Mary, if you message me your address, I could send you some. Uh-oh. Thank you, Mary. Ellen. Yeah, put a votive in it, right, Dana? That's OMG. You're smart. Now, why aren't you just doing this and making YouTube videos, Dana? They're just kids, guys. Just ignore it. They're kids. They're just doing it to get a laugh for some reason. So it's not funny, but hi, Ricky. Thank you. Dana, you know what? Don't be afraid. Look, this is a little more daunting for me to go live and you guys are right there and the feedback is immediate. But generally, I just post a video of something that I'm passionate about and I'm happy and I'm just like, this is what I'm just like so excited and this is great. And then if people watch it, they watch it. If they don't, they don't. Like, it's fine. You know, you don't have to, after it's up and you're like, well, they do judge it, you know. If you're just sharing something that you love, I think people will respond to that in the right way. You know what I mean? And then you do have trolls. So you just can't have a thin skin. And if you want to share it because you love the medium and you want to share with the art community, that's what it's for, you know? Gina's working on a house made of chipboard. Wow. That's, you know what? See, I could put clay on. See, look, I have this little, I really like the idea of putting it on the glass, though. The glass, see, look, like, sorry, I have stuff all over my craft room. But this little guy, this little votive, I have a candle in here. This is, and I antiqued this, so I think a lot of the color got dulled down. I don't even remember what color. I think it's probably like a gold metallic, but this could be so cute in a haunted house style, right? And put little ghosts and goblins, and maybe I would do it bigger. I would have to do it bigger. And I was thinking more like a castle, like somehow, I don't know. I'll sketch it out and figure it out. And just have a witch and a cauldron and like potions and a jack-o'-lantern, you know, a couple of different main types of things. But I was going to say, this is paper mache, this little house. I've had substrates for years. Like, I have things from all over the place. chipboard. See, I think I could probably bake this, but I'm not sure. I would prefer to do it on, I think I could. It depends. But this is so cute. This was one of my favorite pieces that I did. I love it because look, it has the micro beads on it. I love micro beads. But anywho, a house would be the perfect thing. I mean, there's square votives. Oh my gosh. There are square votives we could use, or like a rectangular piece of glass. Look at this. This would be perfect. What? Look at this. OMG. You use your coupon and you get one of these, and we could wrap clay around 3 sides of this and put a votive in, or this you could put a light in here. It has like an opening. It's heavy as heck though. But I like the size of this. It's not too overwhelming. It's heavy, but it would fit in the toaster oven. You could just put it in like this. We could have OMG, right? And you could do the top. We can make a roof or something. Let's see. Oh, sorry, Mary. They're keeping you busy, huh? I haven't seen anything. So, Gina, I've inspired you. I actually did a face yesterday. Oh, good job. It is. They're tricky, aren't they? What part did you miss, Mare? Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, just have fun though. Listen, I did some art journaling this weekend and I did not enjoy it. I was trying to do something that I saw Kate Crane doing, and it just did not feel right. It didn't, I don't know. I think it turned out fine. It was, well, no, it didn't. This was with jelly prints. And I don't know. She did a spot for gel plate or gel, what is it called? Jelly arts or something. Anyway, and it just didn't go right. And I wasn't happy with it. So I think I need to just do what I do. You know, sometimes you're inspired by other people's work, but then, hi, Sophie. She's in Sweden. You can bake chipboard. Okay. What have you made with it, Ellen? Yeah, this is like, I don't know. They have these they have them in all our craft stores here. And it's like a block, but they really use these at the holidays, so they should be coming out soon. And they're a little bit pricier than some of the other stuff, but just use a coupon. And then, I always feel okay. And the dollar store, yeah, definitely look at the dollar stores for all votives. They have votives there. You could do a mirror. We could do a mirror. OMG, right? Look. Oh my gosh. Like, I am feeling really inspired. I mean, you could do a square mirror, but you could do a round mirror. And you could have a castle here. You could have bats in the sky. Oh man, just a ton of stuff, right? Wouldn't that look cool? I really like the idea of the votive though, because it's Halloween, so I like the idea that you could light the votive inside and have the light shining through the windows of the castle and things like that. Wow. Okay, Anne. Hi, Anne. Glass construction blocks, something like that. Mary, that's okay. We're okay. I did. Hi, Sandy. Yeah, I think a votive. A votive would be, or the block. Maybe I'll do a block first. And you know what? I don't know that I would do it live. Because I'll tell you why. I am enjoying interacting. Drill a hole in the block and put some fairy lights inside. Exactly. There is a hole in here. There's a hole in it, and that's what my husband was going to do and we never did. Like just a string of lights you could put in there. This thing is so freaking heavy. But yeah, I'm enjoying interacting with you guys when I do the live. But I could definitely, hi Barbara. Yeah, and I have the battery ones. They just don't last very long. But a regular votive candle works fine. So that's what I have in here. I mean, you know, that's in my little fairy house. So this is too fun, you guys. See, you guys, that's what's happening right now. The live is I want to kind of finish my train of thought. Hi, Kathy's Art Garage. Quietly being inspired. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can get that block at Michael's. Home Depot too, probably, right? All right. So this is just some of the things that I've done with polymer clay. Those who are just joining, we're talking about polymer clay today. It's a medium that I found when I first started doing mixed media mosaics. I started with glass mosaics, real glass tile mosaics, and then I found Lori Mica. And Lori Mica is an artist who mixed it up and mashed all these different media together and makes something like this. So this is the one that I shared last week. This is one of my faves, and it's a very basic design that is done on mostly black clay, I would say. Hi, Kay. Do you have to go potty? Don't go potty on there. All right. But I think this is all on black clay. She's good. Mary, what do you want to make? One of these? And it is one of my favorites. This one is one of my favorites. All right, because that is what I thought we were going to talk about today. So I think I'm going to talk about this today, and then I will get you started. Now, Mary, we're going to do a glass block in a Halloween theme or a votive. It'll be your choice. Right, but this is what we talked about last week, and this is what first started my venture with polymer clay. Before I did anything else, I was making tiles, and Lori Mica started that, and this is one of my very first pieces that I did on my own after taking her class. And I took her class at a bead fest, actually. And from there, so these are some of the tiles. So this is actually looks like purple clay that I stamped this image into, and then I colored it with mica powders and embedded some seed beads into the circle there. This one is similar again, although this time I embedded a charm, which I don't love this, but it had the peace sign in the wings. I didn't use it, obviously. I made a couple different versions. When you're doing a tile mosaic, it's really best to just make tiles so that you have a lot to choose from. Thank you, Kiki. So I'll talk about that in a sec. And then I moved into, well, this is more stamping. And this is just, again, a stamped impression into black clay. And then I embedded a couple crystals for the eyes, a couple of charms. And then I just played with my mica powders and probably Inca Gold and different mica mediums that you color the clay with. And you get a tile like that. This one is just super basic. This is the little skeleton that I was telling you guys about. And I just saw a video last night that I really wanted to try. She was making 3-dimensional tiles. And so what she did was she stamped it out twice and then cut the little head shape and put it on top and became a cabochon. So she would make him look three-dimensional. I definitely want to try that. Oh, thank you, Cracked Minis. Yeah, see, to each his own. Sometimes I don't love things and then you guys do. Bye, Rosita. Thanks for stopping. I know, Ricky, you know, I've heard that a lot, that people have trouble keeping the shape. I think you need to work with a little bit of a thicker clay then. Just roll out your clay to a thicker, I don't know what you call it, ply or a thicker, like these are different. See how thin and thick? See if I can get this in the shot. This one's much thicker and this one's thinner. And then on here, I don't know if you can see, but some of these, this is much thicker, so I may have even rolled these out by hand. So the thing is, I mean, I have a pretty easy time when I, everything comes out pretty square. It's just, I don't know, just use your blade and cut it square, you know. This was the one I burned, pretty sure. I don't know, it doesn't look too burned. I probably fixed it. An ATC. And then you start getting more dimensional and more dimensional. And then this is based off Mandarin Moon. Her name is Chris Capono. And this is a little, it kind of detached from the edge of the mirror, so I filled it with micro beads. So it's a little bit of a mess, but I have bling in there, mirror behind it, little mirrors that I added, a starfish charm, and mica powders. And it's a little compact. This is just a piece of glass. It's a glass ornament. I got these at AC Moore, so you can see through the glass, through the gems. The light shines through. So if it's hanging on the tree, or you know, if you put it in a window, it is a sun catcher. And this again is based on Chris Capono's work, Mandarin Moon. And I've taken classes from her. I'm just checking the, yes, you can definitely use eyeshadows, Sandy, and things like that for your mica powders. Mary, just ban them or something. I see a couple. Yeah, block them. That's right. Yeah, just block them all. If there's smart-ass remarks, you just block it. Time isn't up if you give your life to Jesus. Oh. Oh, stop, Kiwi. That was right in my ear. Yeah, we've been on now for about a half an hour, so they're starting to catch on. The knife I am using, is it a special one? Wendy, hi, Wendy. Hi, Matt, is that you? I'm on live. You want to say hi? Come on. Yeah, I know. I have it plugged in today. Yeah. No, Mary's doing a great job. Thank you so much, Mary. I don't really, I'm not seeing them as much because, Mary Hill says, hi, Matt. Let's see. All right, so that is basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Polymer clay is your friend. You can make it do whatever you want to. Oh, my faves. So then, after initially doing them, then I started painting on tiles because I am a painter. I thought, well, we have to paint the tiles, and Lori did that as well. These two tiles here are Lori style. And then these are from stamps. Oh, Kiwi's just shaking it all around. What are you doing? But these are stamps that I painted. This is the opal clay, bling, ball chain, and all over the place. Mica beads, stickles. You can do anything. And then when I make these shiny like this, I just take the stickles. See, this is painted. I just take a little squirt of stickles and rub it on with my finger, and it kind of seals it. That's what I think. You guys would know better. Yeah, I know. Hi, Karen's clay. See, Karen, you would know. I know there's a really good sealer out there for clay, and I don't use it. Yes, Barb, you just use a blade. I use the one that is, thank you, Fluffy Fish. I love my painted towels too. See, that's why I couldn't, this can't go for sale. Like, this sits in my craft room. That's one of my babies. But all right, let me put this all away. And, ooh. I'm gonna bring this over. Well, don't forget about my dragon's eye. And this was a class by Chris Capono. This is more molds. So these type of molds. Here's my moon and stars, and this is just my face molds. You want to go? You want to get down? Go ahead. She had to go potty, I think. You were telling me? Good girl, Kiwi. Good girl. Come on. Come back. This is actually a fondant mold that you can get in Michael's in the the baking aisle. So, all right, I think that's it, right? Oh, and then these are wings. I don't know if this is a mold. Where did I put it? There's Martha Stewart molds that I really loved, and they used to sell these at Michael's and they don't anymore. But these wings, I think I got, I forget, but look how I colored them. It's black clay. I cut them out. So I think it was a stamp. It is a stamp. It's over there. And then I just colored them with the mica powders. On black clay, it just comes out so vivid, those mica powders. So that's one of my favorite things to do. What else did I want to tell you guys? So these are just some, this is actually a Tim Holtz stamp, but these are some really cheap, I probably got these on clearance. Mary, the opal clay, I think I got it at Michael's. Yeah, Yes, Marianne, you can do that. This clay is magic. You can bring it back to life. Sometimes if it just crumbles, I'm too impatient. I'm not going to deal with that. Opal clay, because it has the little mica flakes inside of it, it can be a little tricky. Like when you cut it, you'll have little mica flakes sticking out from there, but it's okay. And what else have I used it for? Hi, Cracked Millies. Let's see. Yeah, I'm watching Patty. Patty does it the way Lori does it. She rolls her tiles. Yes, you have to collect up some tiles. Yeah, and the dragon's eyes, they're super cool. But see, you guys think of that stuff. Like Dana, with her idea to do the Halloween stuff. Like, I don't know that I would have thought of that. Something would have had to inspire me. Like, I would have had to see something else of Halloween, and then, you know, it would have sparked something with me. So a lot of times, that's how it works for me. I see something, and next thing you know, I'm off and running. But yeah, these are just, most of these were my very first stamps that I ever got. Like, because I wasn't a stamper initially, and it just so happened that these Asian inspired stamps were kind of on clearance at the same time. So here's my little geishas that are on here. So here's my geisha girls. And then I have my Buddha, my yin yang, these, the peace sign. These were all like on clearance, or really, I I didn't know what I was going to do. I just wanted to get them. See, here's my Buddha. I love him. I think they might have all been in the same one. And then I got this peace, like here, see, look, I have a peace hands and peace signs, a bunch of different size peace signs. Surprise. Different size and shapes. Here's the one. I embedded on this one, because of all those dots, I embedded seed beads right here. I put seed beads in all those dots. Can you see it? And then like on the Joy, I just embedded a piece of jewelry finding there. I put seed beads on him. Just like a seed bead in each section here where there was a little dot. For the girls, oh yes I did. There are seed beads here, they're purple. I did purple seed beads, and it looks like when I sealed it, it got bumps. So that's why I need to look back and see if I want to see what type of sealer you guys use. Those of you who clay, what are the name of that stamp top right that has the diamonds? Top right. Kiki, I haven't tried embossing folders, but why not, right? Absolutely, it's a texture plate. Yes, I have texture plates. Yeah, I haven't tried my embossing folders, but I should go dig them out because I'm not using them for embossing. In the stamp box. Oh, so in here. Oh, this one. Probably. Is this what you mean? I think this is one of the older Tim Holtz stamps. I don't know what the name of it is. I think it's one of his older ones. I would have to get out, like when I pull these off of a stamp set, and I'm starting to do that a lot because I like having my stamps that I love in a little container. Like when I was doing mixed media yesterday, I just have this. And then like I know that these are Diane Reevely. This is a Tim Holtz stamp. But I don't, when I pull out usually just a random stamp, I don't, like this is a texture plate and I use it for stamping on with mixed media. Hi, Sheila. Sheila. Yeah, some people use water. Ellen says lightly powder so they don't stick. And the thing is, if you're going to use your stamps, if you're a stamper, don't use your favorite stamps for clay. It's just, I don't know if it's as nice to your, I don't know. These are my mixed media stamps. Let me put them aside. But these I use for mixed media, for paint and ink. And I'm abusing them. But these stamps I wouldn't use for stamping on a card or anything. And not that I use stamps for cards much anymore. But these have kind of been relegated to clay. Because these were fun. I would stamp this one out and then just cut out these little 3 sections of tiles. And that's, you know, I have so many tiles, you guys. Liquitex varnish. Really? Okay, Gina. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, I know there's some type of I'm not sure if it's a varnish or they call it something else. Anywho, all right, so let me put this down. And let's just talk about tools real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. I don't know that I'm going to start playing with clay and see what I'm coming up with and what I'm working on, maybe. All right, so I'm going to pull this into the shot. Now, these are just tiles that Joe cut for me that I use to bake on. So this is just extra tiles that we had from an old bathroom that we did, a bathroom floor. And I have, so I can just, when I finish making a tile, I just lay them all out on here, and then I pop this in the oven. I usually use a tin foil tent because I've burned things before, but I got an internal thermometer since then so that I don't, because it's very disappointing when you put all that work in and then your tiles come out burned, and they will burn. So I'm going to show you what I have here. So this is, I have Sculpey Bacon Bond. I don't use it very often, but if you want to make sure something's going to adhere, like a dimensional thing, maybe because this is a mold, this fern, I would put a little Bacon Bond behind it and then stick it. But usually I have no issue. Even these butterflies, if I press them on there, the clay sticks to itself very well. I've not really had an issue with anything coming off, and I don't tend to use Bacon Bond. So I'm just saying, I'm lazy. I'm a lazy crafter, and a good enough. These are acrylic flowers that I love to use in my mosaics, but I do not bake them. They're plastic, and I just don't want to risk them warping or anything, so I embed them, take it out, and then bake the clay, and then I glue them in. So this is I think just cookie cutters. So talking about shapes, if you have a square or a rectangular cookie cutter, that could be a good way to get straight tiles, to get your tiles to come out straight and even. But I just use a blade. So let me show you. All right, this is, I wanted to find these. I'm going to be playing with those in a little bit. I think I'm going to play with those. I want to try and make those, maybe I'll do a video. But these are Inka Dinka Doo stamps that were on clearance. I got these at Michael's, I think. But I like them because they're deeply etched. They have that deeply etched. So for doing clay, it's a great thing. I mean, you don't need them that deeply etched when you're just stamping, but for clay, you want that impression to embed into the clay. So I might play with them in a little bit. And they would go, those sugar skulls would go well for a Halloween piece. I'm gonna see what I can do. I wanna try something. Oh, these are gems that I embed into the clay, and these are glass. So I try to get the Swarovski ones on clearance because they're more expensive. I have metal beads that I embed into the clay. Metal findings. These are just little flower. I just emptied the bag by accident. But these are flower spacers that you use in jewelry, and you can embed those into the clay. This is Tulip brand crystals, and they are glass, so all this can be embedded into the clay. What else do I have up my sleeve? I wish you guys could talk to me. That would be so cool. Oh, let's see what you're saying. Let me see. Jada, hi Cloud9. Jada must be Cloud9. Hi. Water-based Varathane works great as a finish that a lot of clayers use. Yes, I use Golden's polymer varnish and UVLS ultraviolet light stabilizers in gloss and matte. Thank you, Ginny Baker. I want to make a note of that too, because I do think that is what, let me see something. It's called Varathane, water-based Varathane. Based Varathane. And I'm going to look it up again, and I think, okay, Well, I'll take your word for it then. That's a lot of years. Let's see. Who's talking to who? I know, right? We are. We're playing. Someday on a cruise. Ooh, I don't know. I've never been on a cruise. It has to be water-based so it doesn't react with the clay. Okay, Jenny. Thank you. So water-based. And it's called Varathane. I knew it wasn't like varnish, or I think there might even be a different name and I just can't think of it. I don't remember things. Like, I have to write things down, or I'm really kind of just, yeah, I don't remember. You guys hear me say that all the time. Oh, these are tiles. These are all my hand painted tiles, and I haven't seen these in forever. But look, here's here's this guy on white clay. And then because he's a skull, I think I was thinking, white, right? But it is colored then, probably I'm thinking this is Inca Gold, which is a rub. So that's what this is, and this is what I'm telling you guys. If you are gonna make a mosaic, you need to just first start making tiles. Here, look, this is a piece of that stamp that we were talking about, and I just cut these 3 out, and it's just a cool looking tile. And they start out just like this, and then I color them, or paint them, I should say. Look, here's another piece of that. All right, let me show you. Oh, but look, this is another piece of that with the keyhole. Did you guys watch Game of Thrones? I freaking love Game of Thrones, and it's getting so good. Matt, did you see it last night? Oh, man. So good. All right, so this is... Hi, Grandma. Ooh, future floor polish. Ah. Oh my gosh, Grammy, you have a 5-month-old granddaughter. I would do anything. It's so cute. Do I color them before I bake? Not usually, Sandy. I generally paint them after and varnish everything after. I think you can do both. I think you can do either, though. I know, Mary. Do you have that in England? Well, they're all English people, pretty much. Yeah, it was so good. It's getting so good. If you haven't watched it, a lot of good stuff happens. FFF. I use it for everything. Star Wolf? No, we're kind of just talking about polymer clay. Yay, Mary, good. It was so good. Good, Kiki, you found your opal. Yeah, it's out there. Furniture floor finish. Oh, we're talking about polymer clay, and we're almost over. So furniture, no, wait, not furniture. What is it called? Future, F-U-T-U-R-E, future floor polish. So I guess that's kind of like a wax, like a wax finish. And I don't think Daddy Vans, oops, oh geez, dropsies. I don't think Daddy Vans, I've never heard of anyone using Daddy Vans on polymer clay. This is furniture polish, not floor polish, and it's for wood. But we are Star Wolf. They don't sell Future brand here anymore. Oh, okay. It's a liquid floor polish. Oh, so it's kind of like a varnish. Bye, Kathy's Art Garage. Thank you so much for joining. It's a non-dimensional finish. Okay, cool. Pledge. Why not, right? Maybe pledge. I've seen that. liquid. Because I don't seal my polymer clay a lot. I really don't. Like, unless I put stickles on here, that's what I would consider kind of sealing it. But anyway, I just wanted to go over one more thing. So these are texture plates. These are by Makins. That's a company that I think I got on Amazon. Or actually, I think Hobby Lobby had these, and they're all different textures. I've used this one when I do my fairy houses. It's like a it's cobblestone. There's a ton. And again, these are like $1.50 bin stamps. Here's the wing. No, this is a different wing mold. And then these, I think, are by a specific artist. I can't think of her name, but she sells a lot of her stuff at Michael's. Can't think of her name. These are by her too. Tooled leather. I love this one. And I cut this one apart. So you have those. And then the last thing I want to show you guys is my tools. And I don't know where they are. Here it is. So these are my clay tools. So I have a roller, which is great to have in your stash. You should definitely have a roller. And then here's a blade, and I've put washi tape on them so I pick them up from the correct side. But then all the other stuff is just, I mean, get yourself a kit that comes with a few different tools. Like these purple ones, I'm sure were in a kit, you know, and there's like a round tool and a pointer thing and all these things make marks. You could probably sculpt a little bit with this. I have ball tools. This is a ball tool set that I got and I love because you can embed things when you use these. Pokey tools, you're gonna need a pokey tool for sure, but you don't need all this stuff. I just get crazy. These are, her name is Christy Friesen. And you guys have seen some of my sculpting that I've done with Christy. Here's a bug. Let me show you my bug. I love this bug. So Christy does this is from her book Steampunkery, it was called. So he's a little bug and he hangs on a basket. I did end up putting a hole through him so you can make him into a necklace. And then so there's beading in there too. I just love everything about her Steampunkery book. These are beads at the end. And then she teaches you how to make this kind of variegated clay color for the wings. And he's just adorable. But these are Christy's tools. They're all stainless steel and they're heavy duty. And I bought them. And I think I use these two the most. This one's just a little knife, but you can really just use your X-Acto blade. So, really you just need a blade. And these are by Sculpey probably. They're not, Walmart. Oh, okay. Hi, Ginny. Yeah, Walmart probably has it. Hi, Wendy. Yeah, they're blades. So they're claying blades. And I guess this pack came with 3 different sizes. And I use them all. And I'm not particular. I think I have tons of them. And then they actually have ones with little scalloped edges or different, different size scalloped edges. These are cool. These were something that I learned from Sydney. I think her name is Sydney something, and they're like a ball. You can make little balls, like little they're cabochons because they're flat backs, little flat back pieces of clay. Ellen, listen, go to My Serenity Crafts on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, and I love you guys to show me your projects. I love it. So please do that, Ellen. I would love you to share that on my Facebook page. That's why I made my Facebook page, so that you guys could share with me if I've inspired you, and then you can inspire me right back. So I think we've been on about an hour. Mary, I am going to work on, I guess I'll do a clay video this week. I know, Wendy. I have another one over there. Let me go get. These are other pieces that I did from the book Steampunkery. Christy Friesen, he's another little bug. Actually, they're both the same design, but I just changed them up a little bit. So, you know, where I put the gears and everything, and I made them different sizes. I didn't put a hole in him. So this one hangs on a basket, on the side of a basket, and this one just sits up on my table. Aren't they adorable though? And then he's my little gecko. He's a magnet. I put magnets on him, but he actually just lays on a table too. And one of his spikes broke off. This was it was pretty hard to make. Sandy, thank you so much. Oh, good, Ellen. I know, they are so cute. I was in love with these. And Halloween, yes, Cracked Minis. I am going to look into Halloween. I'm going to grab my Halloween tiles, and we're going to make some Halloween stuff. I'm really inspired. I am very much, Dana, you did it. You started the whole thing. The Halloween theme is coming. Hi, Shirley. Okay, good. I've just been talking about polymer clay, and we're sharing ideas for projects to come in the future, and Halloween is going to be one that I do because I've never done anything in polymer clay with a Halloween theme. And I love the colors and spiders, and like I'm sure I have metal pieces that charms, spooky charms and things that I can embed in the clay, so it'll be so fun. Sure, Dana, you can post anything you want to. I want to see. Can I show you how to make the bugs? It's in Christy Friesen's book, Steampunkery. And I don't think so. I don't know that that's appropriate. I mean, I guess I could. But I've talked about this before, Ellen. I've gotten in trouble with people who make these things for a living, who do claying for a living, who teach classes for a living, and I don't want to get in trouble. Hi, Josie from Italy. You know, and I've gotten in trouble in the past, and I just really I've learned my lesson, and you guys can just get the book Steampunkery, and maybe there's even another video out there if you're really interested. And you know what, actually, if you go to Christy's website, I can put a link in the description. Christy's website, she has make and takes there, and she has free classes. She has a couple different projects that are free, and I forget if one of these was the free one, because I've done so many of hers. But there's a chance that one of these, yeah, I have to, hi Love for Tink, I have to think of things that are my own. A different version would be okay. I know what you're saying. If I modify it, then it's mine. I know. You know, look back in my videos, because I may have done it. I don't know. It's 4 years ago. I may have shared this before. Who knows, when I was still breaking the rules more. But look at him. I have screws in his little arms and all these bead findings, and OMG, a little leather belt goes across. He's so cool. This is really fun. All right, So, all right, good, Ellen. I can't wait to see what you post. All right, you guys. So I hope that was informational anyway, right? I shared a lot of different things that you can do with polymer clay. And don't be afraid, just buy a pack. It's $2 and play. All right, you guys? Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week.